Okay, welcome everyone to our hosted versus on-premise webinar. My name is Rachel Herndon and I'm the marketing specialist at Optivon. Also joining me is Manuel. He is one of our business development managers.
Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, everybody, for joining us.
So I'm going to begin by giving a little background on Optivon and then jump right into the difference between a hosted PBX system and an on-premise system, as well as the pros and cons of each. So if you have any questions, jot them down and there will be a question and answer portion at the end of the webinar. Also, on the last slide of this presentation, I included my contact information as well as Manuel's contact information, so feel free to reach out to us at any point. So a little bit about Optivon. Optivon is headquartered in Lakewood Ranch, Florida, with an additional office in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. We've been the leading provider of wireless and other telecommunications services such as IP telephony and IP trunking in the US and Latin America since 1988. And in 2003, we expanded and began offering voice over IP enabled hosted communication services such as Cloud PBX and Cloud ACD. And then in addition to our cloud services, we also offer software development, beginning with our community policing app, Guard, and most recently with our border safety app that we donated and is actually used as the official app for the United States Coast Guard. But for the purpose of this webinar, we're going to focus on our hosted PBX option, Cloud PBX, and how it differs from a standard on-premise PBX system, and ultimately how a hosted PBX option can increase your productivity and save your business money. So the first thing to start with is, what is the difference between a hosted PBX and on-premise PBX? There are a bunch of different names that people use to describe this. On-premise PBX is your standard phone system. You could see a hosted PBX referred to as a cloud PBX, hosted PBX, voice over IP. There's a whole bunch of different ways that people use to describe it. But basically, on-premise PBX is a traditional phone system, meaning it uses standard phone lines and is housed at your company location. So this means you either have a phone closet or a phone room, depending on the size of your company, that holds equipment such as servers and switches, etc. The connection that it uses, again, is a standard phone line, so not high-speed internet connection. And then every employee will have a hard phone at their desk that is set up to be their direct desk line number. And then a hosted PBX system uses voice over IP technology to place phone calls. So instead of a standard phone line, the calls are made using a high-speed internet connection that your company provides. All of the equipment, servers, etc., are housed at the hosted PBX provider location. So you don't have to have a phone room or space. Another main difference is that a hosted PBX system does not require specific equipment. So, of course, you have the option to have hard phones, even the hard phones that you have with your existing on-premise system, but it's not a requirement. You can use soft phones, mobile phones, your tablets. It does not require specific equipment. So now that you know the difference between a hosted PBX and a standard on-premise PBX, you'll notice that the theme of this webinar is to highlight some of the common issues that companies have with their on-premise phone systems and how a hosted PBX system can help you solve these issues. So some of the major things are with your on-premise system, did you have a high initial setup cost? Do you find yourself continuously paying high maintenance fees? So hosted PBX provides a significant cost reduction, not only from the beginning, but over the life of the phone system. So hosted PBX not only saves money in the actual cost that you pay every month, but also in time spent. So initially the setup costs and the setup time are much less. So not only are you saving money on your setup costs, but the downtime that your business has to go through is significantly less, which also ultimately saves you money. The maintenance requirements of a hosted PBX system are minimal and do not cost extra, whereas you might find that your on-premise provider requires significant downtime and maintenance fees. And one of the best cost-saving measures are in the updates. Updating a hosted system is quick, easy, and free, and that's not the case for an on-premise system. Additionally, the equipment costs using a hosted system, as I mentioned before, are significantly less because you have options on what you want to use. You'll also notice that with your on-premise system, not only is it required that you have a hard phone, but you need to have a specific hard phone, and they are expensive, and to purchase another one if they break is expensive, and to upgrade them ultimately is very expensive. So we covered this a little bit on the previous slide, but another thing, are you having a lot of scheduled or even unscheduled maintenance time and outages with your current on-premise system? So your time is your money, and when you have outages, it completely halts your business. Your customers are not able to reach you, potential customers are not able to reach you. So hosted PBX systems have minimal outages and are usually able to set them up to automatic, completing things in the middle of the night or in hours that you have low call volumes without disruption to your business. Another common issue we find is, does your business have a plan if you lose power? What about if you have an unexpected office closure, whether that's from something to do with the building that you're renting office space from, or maybe a natural disaster or road closure? The best part of a hosted PBX system is that if you lose power, it's no problem. Calls can be forwarded to mobile phones, soft phones, or voicemail, and all of this can be set up from the beginning. So if you lose power or you have an emergency, this is in place, and your customers won't be left wondering what happened to your business. Alternatively, with an on-premise PBX, if you do lose power or you can't reach your office, you don't have a business, you don't have a phone system. Your customers won't be able to be sent to voicemail, the line will just be disconnected. Another point to really focus on about an unexpected office closure is that your on-premise system, you have to physically be sitting at your desk with the hard phone in order to access the phone system. So if you can't get to your office, you don't have a way to access your office phone system. Whereas with hosted PBX, if you can't access the office, things can still continue just as if you were sitting at your office desk. Calls can be forwarded to your mobile phone. You can use a soft phone from home. So incoming and outgoing calls are made just as if you're sitting at your desk. So another major concern that businesses have is scalability. For your on-premise system, did you have to purchase a phone system with a package that had a set number of lines and features that you find maybe you don't really use? So you're paying for these extra things that you don't actually need. That's a really nice part about a hosted PBX system, is that it's customizable. You can choose as many lines as you need, and it's quick and easy to add a line or drop a line. You can do it instantly, and it's no extra equipment purchase necessary. Maybe you need a new line today and you don't have time to wait for that hard phone. You can set it up with a soft phone immediately. Whereas an on-premise system, again, it's not customizable. You're buying a set package, so you may have extra features and things that you don't really need, and it takes time to change. So if you want to add something or drop something, you need to wait for the company to come in, set up a new hard phone, wire everything, and get that line set up. So it's not a quick turnaround when you need it fast. So we just wanted to quickly highlight the difference between a hosted and on-premise system, and then give you some of the everyday business issues that on-premise users have and how hosted users go to solve those issues. So just main highlight, an on-premise system is a standard phone system that uses your phone lines, requires you to be in the office to use, and is pretty costly to set up and maintain, requires specific equipment, etc. Whereas a hosted PBX system uses high-speed internet connection to make the calls, is still accessible from anywhere if you're unable to go into the office or have a power outage, or even for your remote employees. It's quick and easy to update, it's scalable to the size of your business, and the maintenance costs are significantly lower than a on-premise system. So all that converts into cost reduction, a productivity increase for your employees, improved customer service, disaster recovery protection, and ultimately increased revenue. So I'm going to leave this last slide up. It has my contact information as well as Manuel's contact information. You'll also see at the bottom is our website and our toll-free number. On our website, you'll find a bunch of additional information on the products that we offer, as well as our blog that describes more about hosted PBX systems, as well as the other products that we offer. So at this time, I'll go ahead and transition into our question and answer period.